I've been privileged to the good stuff, the flights in and out, the backstory, the ups and downs, never too straight of a journey. My life has been a roller coaster, but in so many good ways. Yeah, there are certain places that are so underrated, that will change you, that will grab you, that will hold you and say, wow, what a place. I wish more people would see it. I wish I can express it in a way that you can understand. But no matter how I capture things on camera, it can never be the same. Exploring and seeing things in the flesh is the way to go. A place like Poland, boy, if I tell you, is a tolerant place. A place that slowly opened its door to foreigners like the Ukrainians, the Africans, the Europeans like the British, the German, the French, and many more, and some coming far, far away like the Americans. They find peace in such a beautiful place. You see, no matter how much I express my love and admiration for Poland, a foreign place, me as an outsider, I will always be classed as one. Yeah, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm cool with that, it's fine. You see, not to say Poland is a perfect place, it's far from that. But it's a place that is improving year after year. On the flip side though, Poland is not as diverse compared to the UK, America, or Canada, or Germany. Some people may be scared of such things to happen in Poland. How should I communicate to such foreigners? How they don't want to look so stupid, say the wrong things, and someone point fingers and say, you know what, you're racist. The more interaction, the more mingling, the more less discrimination and better understanding. You see, Poland is a small country. However though, its population is increasing at a steady pace due to many factors. You see, the thing is, the actual population of Poland is around 38 million people. And in fact, it's the 6th largest economy in the European Union. 60% of its population live in urban area. But many of its young, bright, educated Poles tend to leave to other member states for better life, for better wage. It's not just fitting, the wages for locals are pretty low compared to Western standards, like the UK. Then again, the cost of living in the UK is freaking mad. I mean, in the West, like America, Canada, it's insane, my friend. You see, like I already stated, no two countries is perfect. Poland is not a dreamland. It has its flaws. But the good thing is, it's a safe place. Less homicide or shooting and all that madness. It's a place maybe you may consider to leave. Countries like Poland and Thailand, you want to know what it's like living in such countries. Then maybe this chapter is just for you. So stay tuned for the long duration, my final thoughts on my experience in Poland. What is it like? How about racism? Why is it a lot of British people are moving to Poland and Thailand? If you want to know, then stick around. I'll be utterly honest, straight to the point. Hello there, back in the UK, and I think I placed the camera in the wrong place because it's in the middle of nowhere. Okay, not middle of nowhere. I'm on the London Bridge, and yeah, had a good time in Poland, I will say.
Calm down before you stress up the groove. The energy a little different when the blessings accrue. Hey, who you talking to? Just know I ain't no regular fool. Could be anything in the world, but I can never be you.
Okay. What can I say? In the West, would it be you American or British? I think these are the two countries I speak for. It's fair to say I've lived in both countries. I'll tell you what, this chapter is going to focus on British people moving to, let's say, to Poland and Thailand. why so many like people are leaving the country now. They are going to places like Thailand and let's put it this way, Poland. Well, it's pretty obvious, so straightforward. I think we as a human being, we want to feel important, and I think when you go to certain countries, they offer you that, particularly in Thailand and also in Poland. So if you're thinking to relocate to Thailand or Poland for work, I'll say that might not be a wise idea. Maybe a little bit, maybe you're stretching it a little bit, right? Because how much you're getting paid there is not brilliant. The pay is quite low for the locals there, and I think it will be wise for you like to just maybe earn in your own currency, maybe work online, work for a Western company if you're not quite there yet to retire, and then yeah, I think that'll be wise. But leaving there, earning in the local currency, I think it's not going to be pretty, right? So yeah, so it's the same as well for Thailand. So you have to make sure you either starting a business there, or working online, or work for a company, or you're full-time to retire. At the end of the day, you work so hard to go to that place. You just want to like experience things. You just want to have a quality time. But please, come on, let's be honest. You don't want to go to a place that you feel terrible, a place that will drain your pocket really fast. No way. My time in Poland, now I think it's fair for me like to give my honest thoughts about that place, right? What do I genuinely think about that place? Is it a fantastic place to travel? Absolutely. Honest and precise is what you're going to find on my channel. So every country I go to, I tend to give more of an overview of what I think about that place. And I think Poland is one of those places like I would highly recommend to anyone who is thinking to explore an underrated country. Surely, right? Of course, it has its, stereotype and some very bad press, especially coming from the Western media in the UK, America, like BBC, the ITV, the Sky News, the CNN, the ABC, the Fox, all this publication. They're all doing a very terrible job when it comes to certain countries, particularly in Asia, in Africa, in Eastern Europe or Central Europe as well. So that's the reason why I think a lot of people from various countries, they tend to go online and listen to what foreign bloggers has to say about a certain place. I know some foreign bloggers are exploiting a certain place, but that is not my intent, that is not me. And I try my best to put things out there, put in the work, do some research, and of course telling the truth based on what I experience. I know not two experiences are the same. Not to say Poland is a perfect place, surely it has its flaws, you understand. I can't just say move to Poland without highlighting some of the, let's say, disappointing things, like when it comes to, let's say, better pay. It's not brilliant because the vast array of Polish young graduates, they're seeking much higher pay, because the cost of living is quite low, so the wages as well is quite low. Unsurprisingly, some of you point out and you said when it comes to employment rate, it's down, and in fact it is. It's actually down. Poland has the lowest unemployment rate in Europe, in the EU, and that is fantastic. That's a good thing. It seems like a lot of people are in work, so that means it reduces the amount of people committing crime. If everyone is working, everyone can buy things for themselves, so of course people won't turn towards crime, and that is brilliant. So unfortunately, countries like the UK here, especially major European countries, are experiencing recession. Like here in the UK, it's mad expensive right now. I'm going to be honest, hence why I'm leaving the country. I'm heading to China very soon. And what I've noticed, British people want happiness. They want to go to a place where they can feel like their money can last them a long way, where they can explore, where they can do so many exciting things, learning about different culture. I think Poland and Thailand definitely provide that for them. They can go there, people can be nice in Poland. Yes, on the first glance they're not approachable, but when you approach them, you ask them for something. I think when you get to know Polish people, they open up. They're quite expressive people, very direct. Oh my God, they are so direct. An example, when I was traveling in Poland and I was wearing a t-shirt stating everyone is equal, 3 skeletons, and then I jump into a random, let's say, a random carriage when I was going to a different city, and I sat next to a professor, a Polish professor, and then we were having some conversation, you know, and then the conversation went south, and I mentioned something like, oh, why do Polish people don't smile? And he was like, they don't smile maybe because of your t-shirt. And I was like, haha, you're hilarious, you got a good sense of humor. Oh, that's amazing. And I like that. No, they're very direct, so what they think is what they say. So I think on what I've noticed, they don't pretend. So what is in their mind, yeah. And there's sometimes here in the UK, I'll say that's the thing British people are well known for when it comes to like not expressing what they think, you know. Like if someone, for instance, is fat and obese, they're not going to tell you in front of your face, isn't it? But in certain culture, there's a thing like the Thai people as well. If you're putting on weight, they'll tell you. If you're becoming skinny, they'll tell you. If you're happy, if you're sad, they will tell you in front of your face as well. You know, different culture operating in different ways. You know, for me, I'm not going to say I did not experience anything unpleasant. Absolutely, I did. You know, on my very last day, and this guy said something to me like this. You won't believe what this guy said. He just called me out of nowhere and then said white power. What a shocking guy. Can't believe it. Shocking. And what's so disappointing about that situation is basically they were a very young man, and the guy with the bucket hat said that, and his friend around him, they didn't even tell him to like just stop, not to say that, right? Another thing, so I didn't do any eye contact with him, and then this guy randomly, I thought he was going to say hi or just walk in, and then he called me to my attention and then he raised his hands up and said white power. Very disappointed by that guy's behavior, very embarrassed for him. You know, that behavior is what most people in the West think Polish people are. Like, well, no, Polish people are not racist, right? Of course, maybe they may be scared like to accept the new changes of things like it's fastly and changing in the country, right? The influx of refugees into the country, like the Ukrainians, you know, and the Africans as well, like they're settling there. Not to say some people don't experience racism or discrimination, and I met a couple of students, of course, and whether be they're black and let's say Indians as well, and then they expressed their opinions about their life in Poland. Some they're having it rough, you understand. But for me as a passerby, I did not experience any severe racism in that manner, except that, let's say, unfortunate encounter with that guy. It was really shocking. So why do people go to Poland and Thailand? Why British people are moving? Also Americans are moving, Canadians are moving. You know, they want a better life. They want to go to a place that they feel some sense of happiness, you know, this country provided for them. Especially when you look at the low crime rates in both countries. I would say if you're thinking of retiring, then consider a place where your money can last you for long, where you can feel a sense of community. You know, like in Asia, it's safe. In Poland, it's safe. Transportation is impeccable and it's inexpensive, you know. And what can I say? In terms of like your rent, inexpensive as well in both countries. Maybe I would say Poland is slightly more expensive, and maybe the weather is not brilliant. It can get really cold in Poland. Whilst in Thailand, it's pretty warm throughout the year. You know, more tropical weather. And if I have to choose, I would definitely choose Thailand over Poland. Not to say Poland is not a great option, surely. If you're a kind of person that is not extremely open-minded, let's say you're European or you're Americans, you know, basically you just want to like stay in Europe or you want to stay in the Western world, then certainly I would say Poland is a great option because it has so many things most countries don't have, you know, like a sense of security, because that's the most important thing. Wherever you go, security is key, you know, low crime rate, it's fantastic, right? And the food is okay. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite, but it's okay, you know, it's the ones I've tried a lot, I enjoy them very much. Whilst for in Thailand, well, what can I say about Thai food? One of my favorite. In fact, Thai food in the Western world is actually It's growing. Remember back in the days when, let's say, Japanese and let's say Vietnamese food are popular, like Indian food as well. Basically, I think that's the case in most countries, like in the States. Thai food is becoming more popular and popular, right? Because of what the flavors, the ingredients and all that, it's marvelous, right? The quality of life you will have in Thailand and in Poland, it's unmatched compared to what you will have here. Here in the UK or America, the cost of living is ridiculously high, man. You see some people can't afford to leave or to pay their mortgage anymore because inflation is so high. You know, job scarcity and the crime rate is at a record high. It is sad, you know. So I don't want to stress too much. I think I'm going to rest it here. That's part of my last, let's say, not so pleasant encounter. My overall experience in Poland was fantastic, and I would highly recommend any person of color to go. Like, trust me, if you go with a right mindset, you go not looking for trouble, trouble won't come your way. I think that's the most important thing for me. I think for me it's much easier for me to be nice than to be a dickhead, you know. For me, whenever I go to a place, I'm open-minded and I go with all the flow. No one is paying me to say anything nice about a place. I'm not seeking validation from no one. I'm just creating the best possible content out there and to inspire people and to state the facts based on what I experienced, you know. Based on what I experienced, I just want you to know that. Based on what I experienced. I like to reiterate, you know, no two experiences are the same. So for me, because I'm always bubbly, I'm always friendly, on and off camera, yeah, that's who I am. Anyways, I'm going to leave you with this pictures, and I stumbled into this girl that was so curious while I was recording. So you want to be in the video?
Sure. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Bristol.
Bristol?
I'm from Surrey. Yeah.
You're from
just
Surrey?
outside of London.
Oh, so I'm making a video right now. It's like why British people are moving to Poland and Thailand. You know, because I was in Poland. You know, so I traveled to different countries around the world.
We've got friends who want to move to Thailand.
Oh, I think this video is going to be right for you then. Fantastic. So just wanted to say hi. So pretty cool girls. And then yeah, so Poland, the future, I will definitely come. So I just want to say thank you so much for your support and your contribution, suggesting some things for me to see the next time I go to Poland. I have so many countries to visit, but the reason why I had to come back to the UK because I'm actually doing my paperwork for my move to China because I got a job there. So yeah, I can't wait. So for now, thank you so much for, if you're new here, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you stay subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.